Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I am the Captain Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
Nico DLG.
And as last segment we said, we have a special guest. We're going to introduce our buddy, James the Smasher Hatcher.
That's right. Fresh off of his title match, and now he's going to be fighting live on AXS television this Saturday. Where's this going to be broadcasting from, James?
It's going to be from the Gold Nugget Casino in Louisiana.
Very nice. That's Lake Charles, right?
Yes.
So is it Friday or Saturday you're fighting?
It's Friday.
Friday night.
Oh, I thought it was Saturday.
So this Friday night,
I'm going to send my TiVo.
yeah, this Friday night, guys, why don't you take the road trip out to the Golden Nugget, watch our boy the Smasher Hatcher smash some people, I guess one guy in particular, and then go roll some dice and play some craps.
Yeah, if he smashes more than one person.
A little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Don't get in the Hulk's way, is what we're trying to say.
So talk to me, James. How's it been? How's camp going?
Good so far. Been working on a lot of new techniques and stuff like that I'm going to try out for this fight, which it should be pretty exciting. So
yeah, if you want,
got to watch out for it.
James is on Facebook. He does a good job of dropping some pictures up there of him training and stuff. So if you want to follow our boy, just look him up on the Facebook, and you can follow his route to the ring.
Route to the ring.
Route to the ring.
I like that. Is that a thing?
I just made it up.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good radio.
Someone coined
Trademarked
that.
right there.
Trademarked that right there. So this guy you're fighting this week, what do you know about him?
Not very much. From what I can see, this is his first fight. He lives in Louisiana, so he's from Louisiana. So I think he's definitely going to have hometown advantage, if you will.
Yeah.
But I don't really know much about him. From what I've been able to gather, I know he's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, so he's probably going to have some pretty decent submissions that he's going to try and work for if it goes to the ground. I have no clue how good his striking is. I mean, it's really that's the bad part about fighting new guys is you don't know anything about them.
Yeah, there's no tape on
it. There's a mystery. You basically just have to sharpen your tools and just kind of go in there trained in every way that you can and that you're good at, and just try and out game plan his game plan, if you will.
So this is going to be your fourth amateur fight, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So when do we see the pro debut here? I mean, it's got to be coming up, right?
Possibly, yeah. Probably within either the end of this year or maybe the beginning of next year. Just kind of depends. We've got some things I want to do. Some fights that I want that may or may not happen. I don't know. And depending on that situation, then I'll definitely go pro from there.
So we haven't talked to you on the show since before your first fight. Now you're going into fight number 4. In the meantime, you had a title fight. And is there a rematch that we're going to see? Hopefully, is that one of those matches that you want that you're talking about?
I definitely do. There's some drama going on with that fight. So hopefully there'll be a rematch, but I don't know if it'll happen.
I think we'd all,
honestly,
and the Nerd Thug family would love to see a rematch there.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got some drama going on there. Anything you want to say about it? You want to give them some parting shots there? Let them know that you're thinking about them.
No, my only thing was it was kind of one of those things, and I'm not gonna blast him totally with what it was on the radio, or anything like that.
Taking
but
the high road.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, he knows what the issue is, and he's chosen to take the social media route and kind of blast it socially out there. I talked to a select few people about it, voiced my concerns, my thoughts, and anything like that, and requested a rematch with some stipulations, which weren't unreasonable, I don't think, which he seems very, against, which, it is what it is. It's everyone's different MMA journey, and what you decide to do along that road to get to where you want to go is up to you. But I mean, like I said, it was an issue that was pretty private for the most part, and he's put it out there for everyone. So there's been a little back and forth. I've been a little immature myself, but I'd like to see a rematch, but
Sometimes social media.
I don't know if he.
can do that
I don't
for
know
us.
if he wants it. I mean, and I'll give it to him. He beat me. He did, but given the situation, there's numerous people that want to see the rematch, myself included.
Myself
but
included.
Who knows
I
if
would
it'll
love to see
happen?
it. I want you. I want you to get a belt, man.
Yeah, but we'll see. I got these two. I actually have another fight after this one next month, so
Where's that fight going to
I'm
be?
pretty. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Where's the next fight going to be after this one this Friday?
The next one will be in Humble again. It'll be
perfect.
in the Humble Civic Center.
You should just call that place home, man. Just say
right.
it's at home.
Yeah, it's at home. It's at home. Home turf for sure. Yeah, it'll be with Garcia Promotions. This fight coming up, the 10th, is with Legacy,
Okay.
or it's now LFA. They just did a merger with another organization, the big organization that kind of, you had two big organizations that kind of split the country a little bit, and people would travel to one organization to fight, and that would be kind of their primary one, and then the other. And this is kind of like the fight that I'll be in. I'll be on the amateur part of the card, but these cards are kind of like the minor leagues for the UFC is what their goal is.
So
You're
they're kind of,
It's a
basically
good
like-
organization.
You're like the double. You're like the single A fight here, right here. If we're comparing to baseball, they're
Yeah.
triple A fighting.
Yeah.
You're single A fighting.
so this is going to be a mixed card. Then there's going to be some pros and some amateurs on it.
Yeah, there's I think I don't know. I know one guy's name is Ryan Span.
I've heard of him.
He's fighting on the main. They're the main fight against. I think I don't want to say the other guy's name wrong, so I'm not even going to try. But his opponent, I think they one of them's undefeated. So it should be a pretty good fight. They're both pretty good fighters. One of them's been around a little bit longer than the other, so it should be interesting. He brings more experience than the other guy, but the other guy's really good. So.
And these
It should
fights
be
are going to
pretty
be on Access TV this Friday. So here in the Montgomery County area or anywhere in Houston, if you have DirecTV carries Access TV, so you can tune in and watch these fights.
Yeah, it's up there. Man, I had the number memorized for a little while because I didn't want to forget about this fight. It's before the HBOs and all that, but I think it's in like the mid 300s.
Seems about right.
So kind of glance around in that area when you're flipping through your channels. AXS TV is what it says on your little call log there. So you've got 5 amateur fights by the end of next month.
Correct.
This kind of started really fast for you. This has happened very quickly. I mean, what was it? We talked to you August, July.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, August.
Into summer.
I think it was August.
So
Yeah.
in the
It's
span of
been a while for
yeah,
sure.
but in the span of what 6-7 months, 5 fights. You're going at it.
You're on that Donald Cerrone train right there. Fight every
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
So real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Go ahead.
Since we haven't talked to you since the first fight, just kind of walk us through. You've gotten 3 fights now. Like, what are the nerves like as you're walking to the ring, and then once you get inside the octagon? Like, how have you what kind of transition is that for you? Like, how do you handle it?
It's definitely unlike pretty much anything. I think if you're an adrenaline junkie, you would kind of know the feeling, or would know one similar. You kind of it's interesting because when you get in the cage, there's hundreds of people watching you, and you can hear it. You can hear people say things. I remember in particular in my last fight, I could hear my mom yelling in the background, and I was just like, I thought that really stuck with me. I thought it was kind of odd because I'm sitting there fighting a guy, and I'm like, oh, there's my mom, and
Hey, Mom.
what's going on.
I'm used to fighting in the bars.
But no, I mean it's definitely a very, very big adrenaline rush, especially once you get hit. That initial first couple seconds when you're crossing the cage to go to your opponent, you're kind of starting to spike a little bit, but you kind of just drown everything out. It's like I said, it's something. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever been in a fight. I'm sure probably, but
Well,
it's one of those
we
things
try
when you
not
get
to do
into
that.
it.
We're peaceful
It's
people.
unlike anything else.
Well, I am the 30 to 39 Texas state sparring champion for Taekwondo, so I kind of know what you're
Well, there
talking
you go.
about,
So
but
you-
not really, because
Yeah,
we wear
exactly,
gear.
Exactly.
James, please,
Yeah.
next time you're in studio, spar with Joey, please.
We
Oh my
do wear
God.
gear, and it is like Claude Van Damme fighting. We're touch fighting. But no, I mean I understand what you're saying. Like, everyone seems tough until they take that first shot.
Yeah, what's that? It's Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Everyone's got a plan
yeah.
until they get hit in the face.
Yep.
Hey, so talk to me a little bit about. Let's get out here on a positive note. Talk to me about your fight team, the coach, because you guys have been working together now for about a year and a half, right?
Yeah. It's been about a year and a half, almost 2 years. Yeah.
So yeah,
That's my
talk to
coach,
me about it.
Tom Galdinzi. We're over at Champions MMA in the spring. Yeah, it's going great. I mean, I enjoy it. We're good friends, so he can teach me things, and he gets to beat up on me a little bit, and I don't get mad about it, so it works out.
And he's a former MMA fighter, right?
He's a former Muay Thai fighter. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
he has a couple Muay Thai fights that he did back a couple of years ago. He got injured and hasn't been able to compete in doing it since. He's got some injuries that kind of prohibit him from competing at that level anymore. But
So James, we got
he can still get in there. Go ahead.
we got about a minute left. So I've got a pretty question here. I think will take us out on a positive note. You were an ex-Marine, correct? Military.
Yes.
So
Yes.
tell me, were you more nervous on your first fight or your first day of boot camp? What was more nerve-wracking?
Oh.
It's a tough one.
Honestly, I would say boot camp, and the reason being, in the cage you kind of know what's coming.
Right.
That's true.
In boot camp, you have no clue.
You have.
But they are very similar. They're very similar. The adrenaline is definitely more in the cage than it would be in boot camp. Boot camp is, it's every day. It's all day, every day. So.
Yeah. So
but
we're very proud to have James the Smasher Hatcher as a part of the Nerd Thug family radio. Former Marine. Now he's fighting in the octagon. Stay tuned. We're going to keep up with this guy. We'll touch in next week and let you know how his fight went. If not, catch it on Access TV. James, anything you want to say before we jump out here?
No, tune in, watch the fight, and I'll be back.
And we'll be right back with another episode or another segment. This is Joey Savage,
Corey DLG.
Nerd Thug Radio.